Hey guys, it's your girl OG Teddy B back with another video. If you want to see how I got this look, keep on watching. So I'm starting off with a fresh face, and of course my bonnet is falling off my head. What's new? And guys, I do have some bags because I haven't really been sleeping. I'm trying to get back into the swing of things, but I'm gonna start off with my brows. Let's get these guys together real quick. And just like that, I got some fresh brows. Guys, I did do my brows off camera with the Dip Brow Pomade in the shade Dark Brown and the Anastasia Duo Brush in the number 12, just because it saves time. So let's jump right into the eyes with the MAC Pro Longwear Concealer. I'm actually priming my eyes with that instead of using a paint pot today. I've been doing this recently and I'm using the 195 brush and I kind of like it. It does still give me the same effect, and I'm just setting my eyes so I can start the shadows or start applying the shadows. I'm using my Real Techniques Miracle Complexion Sponge to blend that concealer into my eyes, and then of course I'm going to set that concealer because it is a liquid. Whenever you apply a liquid to your skin, guys, you always want to set it with some type of a powder so it doesn't shift and so it doesn't move. Me setting this concealer on my lid actually also helps my eyeshadow to adhere better, and it prevents them from skipping when I am applying them to my lid. So let's jump right into the first shade, which is going to be Saddle by MAC. I'm using a 224 tapered blending brush, and I'm applying this color into my upper crease area as a transition color. Now, I love Saddle. I feel like it's a perfect transition color for my complexion, and I'm basically using this color to begin the gradient effect. And like I said, you want to blend. I said these in my previous videos, guys. Blend till your arms hurt. Blend your whole life away. You want to make sure the first color, or all the colors for that matter, look good and just seamless. I'm jumping into the second color now, which is going to be Swiss Chocolate, also by MAC, with the 286 Dual Fiber Blending Brush. Now I'm putting this color into my crease area just beneath Saddle. Now this color is obviously starting the intensity. As you can see, it is a little darker than Saddle, but it's starting the intensity, so I'm beginning to deepen up my crease area, of course, before I'm getting to the lid color. And again, guys, you want to blend, because you want the two colors to blend into one another, and there's no harsh lines there with your crease colors. So let's jump into the Anastasia Beverly Hills World Traveler palette. I am taking the shade Fudge, guys, and of course I hit pan with Fudge in Morocco. You can tell I use them a lot, but I'm using that color with the Morphe E22 pointed blending brush, and I'm applying that actually below Swiss Chocolate, and then I'm using my 286 brush afterwards to just blend these two colors together. I did dip back into Swiss Chocolate, of course, but you basically want to just ensure that these shadows are seamless and blended very well together. So that's why I'm using the 286 brush and reblending Swiss Chocolate and Fudge. Then I'm taking my 224 tapered blending brush to diffuse all of them together so everything looks seamless before jumping into the lid color. Now for the lids, I'm using the Too Faced Glitter Eyeshadow Primer, and I'm applying that to my lid with the BH Cosmetics, I guess, a small eyeshadow brush, and I'm applying this to my lid because I'm going to be using a shade that's really shimmery, so I just want to use this so the color can adhere a little better. Into that same palette, I'm using the metallic color. It's like a rich goldy yellow color, guys. I love this color. And I'm using a 213 MAC fluff brush to apply the color, and I'm just packing it onto the lid. Now I'm packing it because I want it to look very intense and vibrant, and I'm I'm repeating the same thing on my other eyes. So again, I'm applying the glitter glue to my eyelid, and then I'm taking that 213 brush and I'm packing that same metallic shade onto the lid. Once I'm done with that, I'm actually going to go back in with the 286 brush. I'm going to try to diffuse out or soften up the edges of metallic a little bit, just so it blends a little better with my crease colors. So that's what I'm doing here with this brush, and you know, it takes a little time, but I'm definitely blending that out. Into the Anastasia Beverly Hills Artist Palette with the Baby I'm a Star shade, and using the MAC 217 blending brush, I'm just kind of creating a smoked out cat eye effect here. As you can see here, I'm creating a triangle starting from my lash line up to my just before my brow bone, and then from there into my crease. So it looks like a triangle there. And then I'm taking my 286 brush to blend out any harsh lines, and of course the 224 to diffuse all the colors together. Now I'm taking my favorite eyeliner, gel eyeliner at the moment, the Tarteist Clay liner with my 210 Precise eyeliner brush. Guys, I love this eyeliner brush. It makes applying your eyeliner so much easier and a lot faster, guys. I can do a wing liner in no time with this brush, so I totally love it. I really like it, guys. And if you can get one, I think it's like $20 to $22 at MAC if you live in Canada. If you live in the States, of course, it's obviously cheaper. So once my liner is done, I am going to apply my Ardell Double Up Demi Wispes, guys. I wanted some volume, some drama. And now I'm going for the skin. So I'm taking my Makeup Forever Step 1 Equalizing Smoothing Primer, and I'm applying that to my skin. Now, I do like this primer, guys. It does, if you have texture, it does smoothen out the skin, and I tend to have a bit of texture. Well, not a bit, I have a lot of texture. But this just helps to smoothen out the skin, so my foundation sits a little better on my face. But I did feel like my skin felt a little dry, so I'm just adding the Too Faced Replenishing Primer over top of that one, and this just brought back a little moisture into the skin, as you can see here. Now, guys, I was using this foundation last year. I stopped in the summer, obviously, because I got darker, and I switched to the waterproof Pro Longwear, but now I'm back using my regular Pro Longwear foundation because I am a little lighter. And this, guy, stays on your face all friggin' day. And I'm buffing that bad boy out with the Real Techniques buffing brush. And I'm buffing it out at first because I want it to look really airbrushed. I find that this foundation can look really full coverage really quickly. So I'm kind of buffing it out so it looks a little more skin-like. Because those are the areas where I don't need that much coverage, but in the areas that I didn't need more coverage, I added some more of the foundation. That I used Miracle Complexion Sponge to blend it in there, as you can see. So that's my cheek area because I do have some scarring there. And just bringing that down onto my neck, guys. You do not want to forget the neck because your foundation is going to look all jacked up. Now I'm jumping into my Pro Longwear concealer with that same concealer brush, and I'm applying my concealer under my eyes, down the bridge of my nose, and of course on my forehead. Then using my Miracle Sponge, I'm blending it all out. I know some people like to blend out their concealer with a brush. I just feel like it takes too long. Personally, I mean, I like to get my makeup done fairly quickly, so I use a sponge. I mean, I just feel like the sponge is all around. You can use it for your powders, your creams, your foundation. I just love using the sponge. So that's what I'm using here to blend out my concealer in those areas. Once I'm done blending my concealer out, of course, guys, the rule of thumb is you always set any cream products you apply to your face. So I'm jumping into the Sacha Cosmetics powder again with that same Real Techniques setting brush, and I'm applying that powder everywhere that I've applied a concealer. Now, this just helps to set the powder, and this is a yellow toned powder, so we'll brighten up those areas a bit. But this is an important process in applying your concealer, guys. You want to set it so it doesn't move. And I'm applying it on my forehead as well because I did apply some concealer there. Now I'm jumping into my mineralized powder in the shade Dark, and I'm applying that over top of the area, or over top of the Sacha Cosmetics powder. So anywhere I put the Sacha Cosmetics powder, I'm just putting that mineralized brush there, and I'm using my M403 brush from Morphe. I've been doing this lately, and I kind of like the look it gives me. It just looks very together, if that makes any sense. Now I'm jumping into the Mineralized Skin Finish powder in the shade Dark Deep, and that I'm applying everywhere else on my face. So now I'm adding a little more depth and warmth to my face. That shade is a little darker, as you can see. I'm putting it on my neck, I'm putting it everywhere. I'm just putting that on my face again to just add a little more depth. I'm taking my Sculptin shade powder in the shade Warm Light Definitive. I'm pretty sure Warm Light is a lighter shade and Definitive is a darker shade, whatever. But I'm using my mineralized powder brush, and I'm contouring out the hollows of my cheeks. As you can see, I don't contour very often, and if I do, I don't have to do the most. As you guys can see, my cheekbones are very defined already, but I did decide that I did want a little more drama, and I'm applying that contour powder on the hollows of my cheeks and along my nose. Now I want to set it a bit, so I'm taking my Urban Decay De-Slick makeup setting spray in oil control, of course, because I'm usually wet, and I'm applying that all over my face, guys. In the wintertime, I haven't been as wet. Now I'm lining my lower lash line with my Graph Black Technical liner. And now I'm going to start applying the same shades I applied in my crease on my lower lash line. So I'm taking the Fudge shade, I'm blending that out with a BH Cosmetics flat shader brush, because whatever you put in your crease, guys, you want to put those same colors in the lower, or on the lower lash line as well. I'm also taking that Swiss chocolate color, applying that on top of fudge. Like I said, you want to use the same color. Well, you don't have to use the same colors, but you want to do what you did to the crease to the bottom. It's a general rule of thumb. Now I'm taking the last color, which is Baby I'm a Star. Baby I'm a Star. Sorry. And I'm putting that there as well. And there we go. Now I wanted a pop of color in my inner corner eye area, so I'm taking that pink champagne color, guys. It's so pretty, with my detailer brush from Real Techniques, and I'm popping that in my corner. Now, I could not for the life of me decide on a brush. Whoa. Decide on a blush. And this is real life. Looking back at the footage, I'm like, really, Tanisha? But I did end up choosing a blush. I chose Peaches. It is also from MAC. And I applied that using a blush brush from BH Cosmetics. You guys, say blush brush fast 3 times in a row and tell me if you get tongue-tied. Like that. I could barely even say it one time just a while ago. I almost fell over my tongue, okay? Now I'm putting on my mineralized skin finish in the shade Gold Deposit. Guys, this is a recent pickup, and woo! The glow I got with this bad boy. I used my fan brush, of course, to apply it. And guys, before I never applied highlighter on my skin, but I'm getting a little more comfortable with it, you know? Now, into the lips, I started applying Sin. It is another lipstick. Sorry, it is another MAC product on my lips. And I thought, okay, yeah, at first I'm like, yeah, I'm totally feeling this. This looks so good. I was using a lip brush, but then I just changed my lips to a gloss instead. So that's the finished look, guys. Too much.